and welcome to Narrowboat Stories. I am delighted to have with us Mark and Julie from Weir on the Move this week. Now, they're not in a narrowboat. They are in a wide beam, and I cannot wait to find out their story of how they came to be living on a boat. So before we get going, I'll say let's keep questions, any questions you've got, we'll answer them at the end. But first of all, I want to get straight in there. Welcome, Julie and Mark, and thank you for being here today.
Hello.
Thank you so much. I am so excited to hear your story. So can you start with telling us about your boat?
Well, it's a Aqualine Canterbury. It's 65 foot long and 11 foot wide.
It is. It's got a 70 horsepower Barrowshire engine. It's got all the gubbins on it, bow thrusters, you know, or as other people like to call it, lady buttons, which is slightly derogatory to ladies, and also to advancements in technology. I mean, I did complain to that person once. Do you have power steering on your car? You've got lady steering, have you?
That's a good point. Yeah.
So I mean, we chose the Aqualine because we just love the finish and the quality of the work on it, and they do come highly recommended. But we found it second hand, didn't we?
Yeah.
So
what is it? 2012.
2012. Yeah. Only had 39 hours on the clock on the engine.
Wow,
like a low mileage.
Very low mileage.
We met actually on the cut. We met a couple that knew the lady who owned the boat, and because we went past them, and he chucked me a bag of keys, which is slightly bizarre. Here's the keys to your boat. I don't know you. Yeah. I've checked the keys; they all work. I was in your boat last night. We met him, and he said all she did, the lady who owned the boat, was she went from the mooring, the pontoon, to pump out and back again.
So that was it.
4 or 5 years. So it was
like new. So when did you buy your boat?
It was November 2017.
Right. Okay. That's a similar time to us, wasn't it? That's a similar time. And was this your first boat, or have you owned boats before?
No, it was our first boat. My mum and dad owned a little GRP cruiser in Milton Keynes when we were young, and we used to go out and potter around on the weekends. But no, we never lived on a boat and never had a boat.
No, there's a story to how we ended up on the boat.
Exactly, and that is exactly what I want to hear. So what did you do? Was it like waking up one morning? Tell us.
Ever since we were married, I mean, we got married in 1642, and
feels like it.
Yeah, I think Christopher Columbus had just discovered the new Americas, and Julie's been badgering me for an alternative lifestyle ever since we've been together. Let's buy a field and put a log cabin in. Let's live here. Let's do this. Let's do that. And we watched a program called My Floating Home.
Right.
And it was the Nottingham Boat Company before they went bust. Yeah. And it was a couple who decided to move on to a wide beam boat. And I was like, I could live on one of those. Yeah. And she had her claws in me from that moment on. It was like relentless. We're moving on to a boat.
Yeah.
And,
this is going to happen now.
Exactly. Yeah. I was straight onto the internet and found out that the following week Crick Boat Show was on.
Yeah.
And so it was like, right, we're going down there. We're going to have a look and see whether we could actually live on a boat and what are they like. So
and it proved to be everything that we thought it would be, and probably more. So.
And I think we both had really stressful jobs.
Right.
And we were working long hours, weren't we?
Yeah. I mean, I was working about 60 hours a week, which I just didn't see myself doing that when I'm 60 years old in 30 years' time.
Yeah.
Well, hold on a second. Julie's birthday was a couple of days ago. She's not Benjamin Button. She's like Benjamina Button. She's going backwards. She's gone from being 49 to 37.
Well, that is perfect. And I was going to say, sorry, I meant to say at the beginning that this is a birthday week, because it's my birthday today and it was yours 2 days ago.
Absolutely.
And I've said exactly the same thing. I'm now starting to go backwards now.
Yes.
I'm rejuvenating. By the time I turn 60, I'm going to look 25.
Exactly.
Lisa, you do realise that lockdown birthdays don't count.
Oh, so we can do all this later.
I had my 50th birthday last year in lockdown, and I'm probably going to have my next birthday. So that's 2 years that I get to rub off.
Yeah. Oh, I think that's a perfect plan. Perfect plan. Anyway, work. So this is interesting. So you were both in stressful jobs, and now you live on the boat and you also work on the boat, don't you? So it's been a complete life overhaul. Can you tell us more about that? About you know, what it's like to live on the boat, to work from the boat, and how you've done that, what you've done to make that work.
Wow, good internet is the key thing, and we're really lucky that whilst we had our really stressful jobs, we also had other things that we liked doing as well. So Mark was writing books, and you'd written 3 books, hadn't you, that were published whilst also working. I was doing my art, so I'm a wildlife artist, and I was doing that alongside my busy job.
Yeah.
And we both thought, we actually want to be doing the creative side rather than the stressful side. So we moved on to the boats, probably still thinking we were going to have to do a part-time job. But we were really lucky in that, because you've reduced your outgoing so much, you don't need as much money coming in. And so both of our jobs, we found after about a year, could sustain our lifestyle, couldn't they?
That's
I mean, when you reduce your when you remove your overheads, you know, when you work out that the average cost, I think it is per year for to live in a house and survive, it's about £19,000 a year. So when you remove all your overheads, then you effectively free yourself to be able to take a few risks. And that's what we did. We took a few risks. You know, I can remember sitting in the boat saying to Julie, you know, I need to get some work somewhere. How am I going to do it? And she said, well, you know, why don't you try and find freelance writing work? So I just got off my backside and started applying for freelance jobs and landed a couple of clients, and I've been happy ever since. So
that's perfect. That is perfect. And that's something that we talk about, isn't it? Glenn finds not working difficult. It's like the mindset of not working. So it's not great when we just get up and
sit around.
I
not sit around.
When I sit around, I'm sitting around in front of my computer. But for Glenn, he likes to be doing something. So you haven't found that thing yet, have you?
Sorry, I've just seen that on the side there. Someone's obviously taken that as a 6 on the back and said, "You don't look 60, Lisa."
50, Kath. Yeah, I don't look 60 yet. So
no.
Yeah, I just saw it, made me laugh.
Yeah, so that's really interesting. So going back to when you moved on board, so you had no boating experience and you move on board a wide beam. Did you go to a marina or were you straight out on the cut? What happened?
We did have 1 day's experience on a narrowboat. A friend of ours has got a little narrowboat. It's only 4-something foot. So we went and had a little sort of tester on that and loved it. We did initially, when we moved on, we thought, well, we'll have a safety blanket. We'll move into a marina, so we'll find our sea legs, if you like. And so we did. We moved into Cane Hill Marina at the bottom of the Cane Hill flight, which we were in for the first year. We paid for a year in advance, but after, I think we moved in November, and then by January we were out for 3 weeks, going up the Cane Hill flight, baptism of fire, you know, 29 lock, whatever it is. And so we thought, when we were out, we loved it so much that eventually the bug just got us, and we were like, it's so much, nothing wrong with the marina, but it's so much nicer out on the cut because you're free. And there's no rules or regulations. You've not got to put up with a neighbour that you don't like or something like that, you know, because there's strange machinations and politics in marinas that you don't experience anywhere else. And we were lucky enough that it was Ivan and Sarah, and they were lovely.
Yes, absolutely.
So they also moved on to Cowboy.
That's it.
And so after, I think it was, we come back after nearly 3 months out, from September to Christmas, and the final year of 2018. Month of 2018, and we decided, right, our last day was going to be December the 31st, and we were going to go and spend New Year's Eve out on the cut, and that was it, done. So we went out on the cut on the 31st of December 2018, and we've been out ever since.
Oh, that's wonderful. What a wonderful way to start a new year. You know,
Best New Year we've had.
An adventure. So I know Glenn has lots of questions about manoeuvring and driving wide beams. So Glenn.
Oh yeah, just quick. So what was the choice of the wide beam? Why was the choice to have a wide beam?
Because well, you can answer this one actually, because you're.
Yeah, I mean, we loved narrowboats, and really we wanted a narrowboat, but we both knew that we were probably going to have to work on board. And my artwork, the paper is huge. So we had to have really good storage, and so I just don't think we could have fitted on a narrowboat with everything that we needed for work.
Desperately wanted one, and still probably do want one.
I just wondered. It's just I moved somebody's a little while ago, and I must admit it was a 70-foot one, with quite a small engine and
no bow thrusters.
And no bow thruster. And I was absolutely petrified. It was. I did the journey, and it wasn't very. It was an 8-hour journey. I didn't do all of the driving, but just doing some of the turns and some of the chicanes was just, it being not my boat as well as somebody else's home. It just petrified me. I thought I couldn't cope with the stress. I couldn't cope with it. Maybe it was because it wasn't my boat, but the stress of moving this thing was and the tight bends, and then really quiet on the network. We go around the corner, really busy bit. What's coming the other way? Another wide beam.
I think the Grand Union.
Bloody wide beams.
I couldn't complain. I was in one.
He was just like, he came back and was like,
I can't do that. I don't know.
That lean on the ball.
The Grand Union's got some really tight bends underneath bridges, hasn't it?
You know it. That bridge by Fenny Stratford.
That was the one. That was the one. With no bow thruster. And a 38 horsepower engine.
38 horsepower in a 7-foot wide beam.
Oh, no, I know.
I don't think it was ever meant to really be a cruise or constant cruise. To be fair, it's a lovely boat. It's a beautiful boat. But we came around that corner and we literally had to walk off the side of there was a boat right on the corner.
Yeah,
and we were just heading straight for it, and there was nothing you could do to get the front end round because it was square backed end as well.
Yeah,
you had to completely clear the corner before you can start turning. Whereas one with a rounded one like that, you sort of get the part. You could start doing the turn, but you just couldn't until you proper cleared it. So it just frightened me. I was just like,
this will make you laugh, Glenn. We were coming off the Kennet and Avon, and my bow thruster packed up at Tile Mill, I was doing a reverse down a windy stretch. And I really overused the bow thrusters, and so they stopped working. I thought, I don't really need them. So we went out to the Thames, we went up the Grand Union, we got all the way to Blissworth, through the tunnel. And Mark and Debbie Hockley were they came to visit us because they turned around and came and moored up next to us from Well Deck Diaries. And he said to me one day, let's have a look at your when he was there, let's have a look at your bow thrusters. And he's checking them to see if there's any any power going to the batteries. Turn the engine on, and he's like, no, nothing at all. He said, let me have a look at your electrics cupboard. And he went, there's your problem. And he flicked the switch because it I spent 7 months. The Thames is fine, but navigating the Grand Union without bow thrusters. And I know you don't need bow thrusters, but they are handy.
Yeah.
People who don't own a wide beam don't understand that when you come out of a lock, quite often there'll be a boat that you've got to get round or a tight bend. Yeah. Sometimes you just need that little bit extra just to get you that extra maneuverability.
Moving,
It's because you're wide, isn't it? And you just haven't got that clearance.
You don't have that luxury of sort of 5 foot, 6 foot either side. You're taking
inches when you're going through most of the bridges.
Yeah. Can I just say that obviously we've got friends who have got wide beams, and the space inside. When you think it's effectively two narrow beams, you know, together, it feels completely different inside, doesn't it? The space for living in is just absolutely amazing.
I do see why people do it. I mean, because it is just like, you know, it's like an apartment, really. It's
beautiful, good space to live in. So,
to be honest, most wide beams sit, without running the sound derogatory, but most wide beams do sit in marinas.
Yeah.
Life, it's just a fact.
Yeah,
most wide beams, but you know, it's nice to see wide beams out on the cut continuously cruising, because
I love it. Yeah,
you know, that's what they're intended for. I don't see the point in sticking. That's what part of the reason why we came out of the marina, was because you know, we've got a boat, we want to move it. So
actually, I love seeing large boats moving through the water. There is something very majestic when you see them moving through the water. So I love any unusual large craft.
Lisa used to watch, because we had quite a few wide beams in where we were, and Lisa just used to like watching them.
They would like
glide into the pump out.
You know, back. They would mesmerise me. You know, they're so big and yet so, you know, move through the water wonderfully. So I actually love seeing wide beams on the move. So, what are your plans? I know we're in lockdown, but once we are free from lockdown, what are your plans for 2021?
Well, they keep changing at the moment.
Yeah, they do.
We had some major plans to go out to sea.
Well, we were up
the Bristol Channel.
Yeah, go up to the Bristol Channel and see if we can get onto the Gloucester and Sharpness.
What crazy talk's that?
That would make an excellent vlog. That would. Yeah.
I mean, we've seen the one that everyone's done on the Ribble Link.
I watch those like that, you know, behind a cushion, because I'm like, oh.
But we haven't seen anybody do the Bristol Channel.
Oh, no, I wonder why.
Yeah, they're not great.
Yeah. So we do fancy going out to sea, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
But,
holding on for dear life to be videoing.
That would be excellent. So are you still thinking of doing that, or is that
no? Absolutely, scrub that. Just ignore everything we said. We're liars.
Yeah.
Because of obviously the pandemic, and we don't know when we can be moving.
Yeah.
And secondly, there are other things going on as well that they're going to have to try and pin us to a certain area.
Yeah.
So, you know, we might have to put that on hold and do it next year, depending on what happens with sort of family things that are going on.
Yeah. So we thought, we kept planning different things, and literally the next day the plans would change. You know, just overnight. So we've said, right, we're not gonna, and I find this really hard, not having a major plan, but we're not going to have too much of a plan. We're just going to see how it goes, and if all goes well, we'll go up to Worcester and all around.
I want to go through Tewkesbury on this. Is it the 7? I think it is. I want to, because you can take the boat through Tewkesbury, and that's beautiful. That whole stretch is beautiful. So
that'd be lovely. That would be lovely. So you're just going to see how the year unfolds.
We'll probably end up back on the Thames.
Yeah, you did like the Thames, didn't you? I remember speaking to you before, and you said you loved it.
Yeah, best. It's the best. I think it's the best experience we've had on water. It's so much fun. So much
beautiful fun as well. It's a beautiful stretch, isn't it? So that is very cool. I need to say, you've also got a vlog. For people who haven't seen your vlog, We're on the Move. I'll link that, you know, in the wherever you're watching this, because this is going out on YouTube and Facebook, but I'll link to your channel, and also to your drawing site as well, Julie. So
thank you.
Links, then we'll add those as well. So, shall we have a look to see if anyone's got any questions?
Someone said and smile.
Glenn, wake up and smile.
I'm awake.
That is his happy face. That's what I have to live with.
I'm beaming inside. Honestly.
Yeah, honestly, I say the same thing.
It naturally falls
That's it is his happy face. Yeah. So
the thing is, what you've got to remember is that you're so busy being happy inside, you don't want to waste any of that happiness by showing it. I mean, inside, and let the face look miserable.
It's okay. It's okay. So, hi Kath, hi Gary, hi Sue. Thank you for your birthday wishes. Morning, Paul, Dulcie, Andy. Good morning, holistic therapist Martin. Well, Martin's got a wide beam as well, a beautiful wide beam. At Mercia. Yes. Mercia Marina. Yeah, absolutely beautiful.
Keep promoting life on wide.
Yeah, absolutely. Morning, Melanie. Thank you for your birthday wishes. John, hi Julie, Mark. Julie, I hope you had a great birthday. Hope Mark spoiled you.
He did indeed.
No, I think this week there's some very cool people that have their birthday this week in January, isn't there? All the cool people. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
I share my birthday with Oprah. Did you know that? It's her birthday today. Yeah.
I think Lisa, somewhere she's telling that same story.
Yeah, she is. She says, I share my birthday.
She's saying to someone right now in her LA mansion, I share my birthday with Lisa.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Wonderful. So Linda says, good morning. Ben, thank you. And John saying happy birthday. Dale, it was his birthday last Saturday. He's now 58. You know what I said about cool people having their birthday this birthday? Yeah. So lots of birthday wishes. Thank you.
There's one here about the Crick Boat Show. If Crick Show happens in 2021, are you going to attend?
Yeah, I'm going to attend. Do you usually go?
Right. Definitely, yeah.
It's one of the highlights of the year, that one.
Yeah. I love it. I have to try and stop Glenn from buying a new boat.
I have to leave my wallet at home.
Every time we go, we set off. Glenn's going, I'm going to buy a new boat. I was like, you're not.
We've got a list of things to buy, haven't we?
We have, yeah.
Have you? I just love it. I love seeing the new boats, but I love seeing, lots of people that we bump into. It's just a great place to gather.
Absolutely.
So, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Be on this year.
I can't see it happening this year, to be honest.
No, I know.
Maybe September.
They cancelled Glastonbury this year again, haven't they?
Yeah.
So I know that's a massive event.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's quite a big event, the Crick Boat Show, isn't it? When you look out the size of the So I've got a few questions there.
Yeah, so holistic therapist, I know, really wants to get back on the water. She said she's gonna try and get. Yeah, she's gonna get a wide beam. Once I get back to boating, it'll be an electric pump out loo. None of the compost or cassette loos for me. Now there's someone who knows what she's talking about, knows what she wants. I keep saying about swapping to a composting loo.
No, she doesn't want a compost.
No. I know. She wants a pump out, but I'm saying I'm quite. Lots. So that was Dale with the Crick Show. Lots of lovely.
Birthday wishes.
Oh, so Kath said Crick is questionable. So holistic therapist says, I have had 2 Indian takeaway curries, aloe keema, aka mincemeat with onions, potatoes, occasionally with peas. That's a favourite.
Try Naga chicken. That's the one to get. We had Julie's birthday tea last night, and there's a fantastic Indian restaurant here, and we did a takeaway, and we had karahi chicken. And it is unbelievable. It's just so nice.
Really? Is Naga really hot? Is that a hot?
Yeah. It's made from the Naga. It's like the ghost chili.
I thought so.
Chiloki, it's called. So
I remember when we saw you, which has got to be 18 months
Yeah.
That was at Stoke Bruin.
Yeah.
Yes. Did you not have a chili plant growing in your kitchen?
Yeah.
Every year we get some chili plants, and then with the excess chilies, we dry them. We hang them on thread in front of the fire in the winter and dry them out, so we have a year's supply of chilies. So we've got we had Scotch bonnets, and there was some Jamaican yellows as well, which are really hot.
Yeah.
So I always, every year I insist on getting chili plants, because I put chili in everything. I literally, if I make chips, I sprinkle chili flakes over the top.
Glenn's a bit like that with pepper. I mean,
I coat everything in pepper, like black pepper.
Salt and pepper chips from the Chinese.
Yeah. And whereas most people would just give it a few cracks of the pepper, Glenn's like,
well, you used to get a lady want to come over, and she said, "Tell me when to stop."
Yeah, keep going.
I've got a great recipe for some spicy chips for you, with things like onions and red and green peppers and salt and pepper rub, which you'd love.
That sounds delicious. That sounds like they do them in the Chinese shop, don't they? They
come with onions and bits of pepper and all that.
Yeah.
Like a meal on its own.
Yeah, I love chilies, but I like them a bit like, well, the chili jam that I use in everything, and I love that, but that's quite sweet.
Great. We get Jeff leaves jars on our boat.
It looks amazing.
When he comes past, he every sort of a couple of weeks, when he's going down to his boat, he'll put a jar of chili jam on top of it.
Honestly, I'm addicted to the stuff. I am addicted.
But when we watch your vlogs, every time we see you make a bacon wrap, it's like, I'm hungry.
It goes with everything, though. It goes with everything. Sometimes I'm cooking chicken, I'll just fry a bit of chili jam. It's like, what does this recipe need? Chili jam. It's just, I use it like people would use like salt and pepper. I'm just like,
he needs to commercialise it. It's
really
he needs to sell
it. The holistic therapist said she had a naga chicken last week and burned her mouth.
Vicky here. Morning, everyone. We're thinking of coming down the K&A and want to know, where are the safe places to moor on the Thames from Oxford way. So going from Oxford.
Well, we couldn't tell you the Oxford way, because obviously we can't go. There's a I don't know what the bridge is called. Abingdon Bridge.
I think we can get as far as Abingdon.
We can get as far as Abingdon, so we can't go any further than that. But certainly, from say Goring along, heading towards Teddington Lock that way, there's loads of places. The best places to moor, Goring's wonderful, absolutely wonderful, great Indian takeaway. Then not everything by Indian takeaway. Then if you come further towards the K&A entrance, if you more at what's the lock called? Begins with S, doesn't it?
The first one.
Yeah, Sonning
Lock.
That's fabulous. There's some fabulous moorings at Sonning. From Sonning, you can moor pretty much. You've got Cookham, you've got Windsor.
Well, if you're coming onto the K&A, you'd come from Sonning, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And down onto the Kennet and Avon. But there's quite I mean, it's all pretty safe, that end, isn't it?
It's because it's Thames. Yeah, it's because it's EA.
Most of it is private land or environment agency. Yeah. So more up where you see other boats, really.
Yeah, you do have to pay though. That's the thing. It's normally between £7 and £10 a night.
No, that's all right for a nice mooring, though, isn't it? I wouldn't,
pay that to park a car, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you would, yeah. Kieran,
and you're not even staying.
That's it. Yeah, Kieran, thank you for your birthday wishes. Ben says thank you all for the wonderful vlogs that you do. Oh, that's really nice, Ben. Thank you. Sherry says belated happy birthday, Julie. Susan says hello. And Kath says, my husband and I cover our food in black pepper too. It's supposed to be good for you, isn't it?
Oh, that's all right then.
It's supposed to be good. In fact, that's why we got
salt. I tried to do this because I've got high blood pressure. I tried to do the switch from salt to pepper.
Yes.
So don't do salt anymore. Just put pepper on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Dave says, keep up the excellent vlogs to us both.
I'm converted
to chili jam. It's a good one. It's a good one. Stephen, that recipe sounds good. Can you share the chili chips, please? So yeah, that recipe. You need
we might do it in a vlog.
We'll do a vlog for that one.
Yeah, could do.
Yeah.
Call them
Yeah. Holistic therapist says the Naga chicken is as bad as Vindaloo. Never, ever again.
She just needs to acclimatise her taste buds.
Yeah, is that it? Go gradual.
Eat one, and then eat another one, and then a third one, and by the 12th Naga chicken, you will either have a rash on your backside,
an ulcer,
or an ulcer in your mouth, but you'll be acclimatised.
Yeah, that is. Dulcie says she would like to see that chips recipe too. So there's a vlog most definitely there. So yeah. Who knew that would it's in demand, and I would definitely like to try that. So I think that is it. And thank you for taking the time today to come on and chat. It's just fascinating to hear people's stories of how they come to be living on their boat. So and especially with work and
I have told lots of people. People say to me, "Oh, how can you live on a boat?" I would love to do that, and I said, "Well, anyone can do it. Anyone can do it. You can adjust your lifestyle to fit." Definitely.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, most people are stuck in that I've got to go to work 9 to 5 or whatever, and then they can't see past it.
Yeah.
Unless you can work on board, it's a bit of a struggle.
Yeah.
I think on board, then that's great.
It takes a switch sometimes in your brain because it's not often just moving onto a boat. It's like a whole lifestyle change, isn't it? It's and that can be scary, you know. It can be. So
someone said us canal vloggers are such a tonic during these COVID times.
That's thank you, lovely. That's lovely. So right,
anyway, I'll shut up now.
No, don't shut up. No, sorry. I often do that, just cut Glenn off. I'm like,
I'll talk loads in vlogs. You just edits me out.
It's not true. It's not.
We've noticed.
Yeah.
Sort of quiet like a mouse.
At least you still get to keep your equity card, because every week you say hello, Vina.
Yes. We've got news about Vina actually on Sunday. So yes. Thanks for reminding me. Stephen, I don't live at the moment due to lockdown, but love the boat, jumped into it and wouldn't change. So that's Stephen on a boat. Melanie says have a wonderful weekend. And Graham, thank you, great info. House going on the market, all your fault. Graham, you won't look back. You will not look back. So I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much, and we really hope that once lockdown is done and we can come and see you and get together. Wonderful. So
that would be great.
It would be fantastic.
We'd really like that.
Thanks ever so much for your time. Thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you soon.
See you later.